Shock, silence, and then whispers that shook Hollywood to its core. Asterisk, it was supposed to be just another glittering night in Beverly Hills, a polished industry fundraiser. With champagne glasses clinking, famous smiles lighting up the room, and the usual soft speeches about progress and unity, nobody in that ballroom expected a storm. Nobody thought the calm, elegant evening would turn into the moment that split Hollywood down the middle. But that's exactly what happened. Because when Viola Davis, one of the most respected, most powerful voices in the entertainment world, stood up and spoke, her words didn't just echo across the walls of that ballroom. It cut through the noise of Hollywood itself. And in that moment, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, reportedly felt the weight of every eye, every whisper. Every rumor crashed down on her. Asterisk, by the end of the night, Meghan was gone. She had left quietly, her entourage following close behind, her smile erased. And within hours, the internet was ablaze with one question. Asterisk. Did Viola Davis just call out Meghan Markle? The tension no one expected for years. Viola Davis had been the picture of grace. The kind of woman who didn't wade into gossip, who kept her dignity intact even when whispers swirled behind the curtains of Hollywood sets. She had always chosen silence over spectacle. But this time was different. Asterisk, the speech wasn't fiery. It wasn't loud. It was steady, controlled like steel wrapped in silk. And that's why it landed so hard. Asterisk, there's a difference, Viola said slowly, her eyes sweeping across the silent room between advocating for women and stepping on them to look like a savior. Asterisk, she didn't say Meghan's name. She didn't have to. Asterisk, forks froze midair. Glasses stopped clinking. The silence was so sharp you could hear someone shift in their chair across the room. Everyone already knew who she meant, and Meghan knew too. What led to that moment, asterisk, to understand why Viola's words hit so deeply, have to rewind a few weeks earlier. Asterisk, behind closed doors in Hollywood, a private roundtable had been held, a serious discussion about minority representation in the industry. Viola Davis was the keynote speaker. Meghan Markle had been invited as a guest. Asterisk, what should have been a thoughtful, nuanced conversation quickly turned into something else. According to multiple insiders, Meghan dominated the stage. She interrupted. She redirected questions. She pulled the focus toward her own struggles with the British press. And slowly, the space that had been meant to highlight collective challenges turned into a spotlight on her personal pain. Asterisk, one frustrated attendee later admitted. It was supposed to be about systemic issues. Viola had real heavy points to share from decades in the business, and Meghan kept circling back to herself. Asterisk, the breaking point came when Viola tried, gently, to bring the discussion back to broader issues. Meghan reportedly cut in with a tight smile and said, "I think you're misunderstanding the modern movement." Asterisk, that was the moment the temperature in the room changed. Viola didn't argue. She didn't snap back. She just gave a long, quiet look. And everyone there understood exactly what that silence meant. Asterisk later. Viola allegedly told her team 7 words that hit like a warning shot. Asterisk, she thinks this is a brand opportunity. Behind the polished curtain within days, Meghan's PR machine was moving. Photos of her smiling with panelists excluding Viola suddenly appeared on glossy fan accounts. Captions like "Powerful Voices United for Change" spread across social media. The image looked perfect.
It wasn't.
The truth. Asterisk, behind the scenes, Meghan's team even reached out to Viola's camp, suggesting a joint statement. Something vague, something diplomatic, something to make it all seem unified. Asterisk, Viola's response. Silence, asterisk, and then one line that couldn't be misinterpreted. Asterisk, I don't stand beside people who erase others to elevate themselves. Asterisk, that sentence alone sent shivers through Hollywood's quiet back channels. Asterisk. The speech that sparked it all. Asterisk, so when Viola took the stage at the Beverly Hills fundraiser, people expected grace. What they got was a line drawn in the sand. Asterisk, real leadership. She said, her voice even but sharp, is not found in branding or in playing the victim. It's in showing up for others without turning the spotlight back on yourself. There Are people in this town who believe their pain is the only pain that matters? Who believe their tears are currency? But tears mean nothing if they aren't followed by truth. Asterisk. The audience clapped polite, nervous, not thunderous, not cheerful, just tense. Asterisk. But backstage, whispers flew like wildfire. Asterisk. Was that about Meghan? Asterisk. Did you hear what she said? Asterisk. Viola's done staying quiet. Asterisk. By morning, a leaked clip of Viola's speech was racing through WhatsApp groups of publicists, producers, and actors. The conclusion was unanimous. Viola had drawn a line, and Meghan was on the other side of it. Asterisk. Meghan's response at her Montecito home. Meghan reportedly paced the floor, phone in hand, text after text to her team. Is that about me? Why would she say that? Will this blow over? Asterisk. But the problem wasn't just Viola's words. It was the reaction. The industry trusted Viola. They respected her. If she hinted at something, people believed her. Asterisk. Within hours, blogs began posting headlines. Viola Davis, shades Meghan Markle. Commentary pages exploded. Industry titan calls out performative victimhood. Asterisk. Meghan's advisors scrambled. The first advice: stay quiet, don't respond, don't add fuel. Asterisk. But Meghan? She couldn't stay silent. Asterisk. She arranged a soft interview with a friendly podcast host. No harsh questions, no tough corners, a safe space. And on air, she spoke slowly. Asterisk. It's hurtful when women who should be allies choose to speak from judgment instead of empathy. I won't name names, but I think we all deserve more kindness. She thought it sounded graceful, measured, a reminder that she was the victim. But the internet didn't hear grace. They heard deflection. Passive aggression, a refusal to take accountability. One viral reply summed it up brutally. You want kindness, Meghan? Start with accountability. Asterisk. Instead of calming the fire. The podcast doubled it. Viola's calm reply while Meghan's team scrambled. Viola was across the country on set, calmly filming a new series. When a crew member casually asked, "Did you hear what Meghan said about you?" Viola reportedly raised one eyebrow, smiled faintly, and answered, Asterisk. I said what I said. And I didn't say her name. Asterisk. No apology. No backtracking. No second guessing. Just calm certainty. Asterisk. That silence spoke louder than any statement Meghan could release. The domino effect and, then came the ripple effect. Quiet thank you messages began reaching Viola's team from other actresses, women who had felt erased, overshadowed, or silenced by Meghan's brand of performative feminism, but had never dared to say it aloud. Now, someone finally had. Asterisk. Meanwhile, Meghan's circle was crumbling. Staffers were exhausted. Leaks emerged, internal memos that showed PR strategies to redirect the conversation to online bullying, to colorism, to anything but the specific criticism Viola had raised. But what shocked people most was the tone of those memos. Cold, detached, with no acknowledgement of what Viola had actually said. Asterisk.